I think that it has sunk into 𝗪𝗪 yesterday when he went live and said on his IG page, response to True and Sheba, but it was really redirected towards Natureboy. I think it's sinking in. Wow, July 7th, he's going for a bond hearing, and there is a possibility that he can get out. I believe that 𝗪𝗪 is thinking this in his head. He is a victim of abuse from the hands and the mouth of Natureboy. Now, let me not say hands. Let me check myself. But we know at least he was verbally abused. A lot of stuff that Natureboy said was very abusive to 𝗪𝗪 and other members of Carbonation. I was shocked to hear him say that Natureboy took his child out of this world. I don't want to keep saying the big K. But he said it for a reason. I don't think that he would make these harsh allegations if there wasn't any truth to it. I also think that 𝗪𝗪 is also smart enough to know that if he lets something like this go, if these allegations are true, for so long, he could be accessory to that crime. And so will Zoka, and then whoever was around in that time of questioning of what happened to Baby Love, they can also do just as much time if it is checked out that Natureboy did have blood on his hands, let's just say that, and did in fact commit this crime towards 𝗪𝗪 and Zoka's baby. And it makes a clear understanding in my mind why he left so sudden. It was like Natureboy going to jail broke the chains of him being in that environment, because he definitely in a mental state, in a mental place, was stuck. He probably couldn't understand himself why he did not leave that situation. And also why he allowed whatever happened, because he's not getting into the Pacifics. But whatever happened, he knows that he has to speak on it because of his conscience. And I'm thinking as I speak, because it's deep. I can't believe that yesterday there was something within 𝗪𝗪 that allowed him to be public with that. Um, that just goes to show how deep your conscience is, and how you can hide as much as you want, but it's going to eat at you. And especially a situation like what 𝗪𝗪 and Zoka have went through, you know. Now Zoka is still in definitely a reprogramming and
Oh, the pink
brainwashing.
suit. Oh man, I got so much for you guys. There's so much cool shit that we're doing. Man, this man killed my daughter, yo. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. But if we need to get down to it, there's medical records. San Juan Hospital. Jayon Marie Hamilton, Courtney P. Townsend. Yeah, there's medical records. They'll tell you exactly what happened. And what we told you guys was a lie. What we told you guys was a lie. So I want to hear you guys talk about keeping it real with me one more time. I want to hear y'all talk.
Brainwashed. She's not even attempting to get help. You know, 𝗪𝗪 helped himself by just leaving the situation. She's not feeling the same guilt, and she's not wanting to get it off her chest, like 𝗪𝗪 did yesterday, June 6th. He just got on live and he just said that, you know, Natureboy did this to Baby Love, basically. And we knew already, but we just needed to hear this from the horse's mouth. And we did hear it. And I think at this point, respectfully, we still have to use the word allegedly, you know what I'm saying? So we stay out of trouble when we're giving this information to the public. However, we also respectfully have to make a decision. Now, if we're gonna listen to what Natureboy said, we know that he's a liar. And we know that a lot of the Carbonation members are liars as well. If they didn't come over to Carbonation being manipulators and liars. They sure are now. But I think that any parent that loses a child, I don't think that they would lie like that publicly. Also not knowing if they're going to be in trouble for knowing that this person was responsible for the death of your child and you did nothing about it. So I think that he's telling the truth. That's just in my opinion. He's still not telling exactly what happened for that to be either his opinion or it being the facts that that's what Natureboy did. The reason why I say opinion is because they all could have been in agreement that Zoe could have the baby at home. And he may not have been the same one on board about that. He may have wanted to have the baby in the hospital. I'm just using this as an example of an opinion. And because everyone ruled have the baby at home and something happened, he could be blaming Natureboy like on the strength of that. That I'm just giving an example of that could be his opinion, because now his baby something happened because they didn't take the baby to the hospital and the baby passed away. Okay.
Man. This man killed my daughter, yo. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. But if we need to get down to it, there's medical records. San Juan Hospital. J.on. Marie Hamilton, Courtney P. Townsend. Yeah, there's medical records. They'll tell you exactly what happened. And what we told you guys was a lie. What we told you guys was a lie. So I want to hear you guys talk about keeping it real with me one more time. I want to hear y'all talk.
You know, he's a father. He has a right to his opinion on how he feels that the matter was, taken and what people did with that decision. Because we know that he was mind controlled and he could not make the decisions on his own, because that's why he was in carbonation, one mind, oneself. So the master teacher is the only one that's going to make the ending decision on whether or not that baby went to the hospital or not. And we all know that. So if that is the case, okay, we can look at that as an opinion. But the facts are the facts. If Natureboy foul play in regards to was abusing Zoka, was gonna beat the demon out of her, and everyone around seen this happen and they didn't do anything about it, or couldn't do anything about it, and then the baby comes out like they allegedly said stillborn, then definitely that's the facts that, he took this child out of this world. Because of the abuse, that's just common sense. This is why Zoka did not deliver that baby. And the baby's not here. And that's why we're talking about it. So it can be looked at, we're playing devil's advocate. We can look at it in a whole bunch of ways. But the fact still remains, something happened that was foul play, is how I look at it. That's the only way I'm looking at it. And when he got them to get up there with this cohort story, it didn't seem genuine from the start. People were already questioning it. So, I wish Solar the best. I hope that if he goes to the local authorities about this situation that happened, I hope it doesn't backfire on him, because he has to also look at it like this. If you, in fact, felt in your gut that you were listening to a man who potentially could have put your child in danger before it was even born, or if you saw him do something to cause your child not to be here, you are going to be held responsible right along with Natureboy. And I hope that True, I hope that Solar, Neytiri, Aya, Efru, all of them, whether they're in carbonation or not, I hope that all these members, including ex-carbonation members, understand this completely, that if you were there and you saw it, or you were in the same vicinity in that home, when that baby was delivered, which I'm quite sure they're usually all together in these kind of situations, they all are going to be held liable for the death of that baby.